You're underpaid. How to negotiate more money at your job. We were once first-timers at something. When it's our first time, we tend to fail most of the time. Why? Because we still need to learn how that specific thing works. There's always a learning process. When you get your first job, you can't really say that you're already an expert as soon as you start. There's always something that won't be 100% right. Like in your salary, sometimes you don't know it, but beware, you might be underpaid. So, in order to know this, I'll be sharing with you tips on how to negotiate more money at your job. Well, before we start, subscribe. This is Finance Boss, an awesome channel for awesome people like you. Number 1. Research tells you so. There are numerous sources online and salary calculators that show you what others are paid in your position, in your place. If you look up salaries paid for your position in different companies and you find there is a stark difference between what you're paid and what others are earning, then it's a sure sign that you're being underpaid. Number 2. You earn less than your colleagues. Although the topic of employee salaries is well guarded and it may be difficult to find out what your colleagues earn, networking or associating with others in the same field specialization allows you to get an idea of how they are paid. A friend may even tip you off, and if you find that you're paid less than your colleagues who have the same experience and education with almost similar responsibilities, then it's a sign that you're being underpaid in the company. Number 3. A similar job listing in your company offers higher pay. If there's a new job listing or other post in your company that has the same job description as yours but pays higher, then there is a high chance you're being underpaid. You could check the company website and job notices to get an idea of how much the new employees are paid. Number 4. Your responsibilities have increased but your salary has not changed. Most probably due to your competency. The more you stay at your job, the more likely you're to find your workload increasing. If you find that your title has increased but it has not reflected on your paycheck, or if your boss is dumping more duties on you, extra work and responsibilities without any compensation or any discussion about it, then you are most probably underpaid. Number 5. Your boss is evasive when you want to discuss your career path. As an employee, you must have your own career goals and ideas that you want to work towards in order to grow. Having success to someone with company experience, insight, and information can also help you get ahead. For you, your boss is just that person. But if you find that your boss is evasive when you try bringing it up, then you are most likely underpaid since such discussions will definitely lead to salary talks. Number 6. Everyone but you is getting a bonus. If there are talks around you about annual bonuses or even performance bonuses, but you have never received one, then you should probably look into it. It's especially so if you feel that you're deserving of it. Number 7. You have been at the same company for years. If you have been staying in the same company for years, despite the little raises here and there, you are most likely underpaid because most companies often pay the newer employees higher. Number 8. Your area of specialty is not in high demand. Some jobs are in higher demand than others, so you have to factor in where you stand in the job market to see if you're paid fairly or you're deserving of a pay rise. Number 9. You have a complacent attitude. If you have fallen into a complacent attitude where you're happy just where you are, then there's probability that you're being underpaid. This is because employers can sense an employee's attitude and they would not go out of their way to make you happier if you're already satisfied. Number 10. You haven't had a performance review in over a year. Companies normally have quarterly, semi-annual, and annual performance reviews. If your performance review came and passed or you did not get any raise when you feel that you deserve it, then there's a chance that you're being underpaid. Now that we talk about the signs that you're getting underpaid, let's move on to the tips on how to negotiate for a raise. Number 1. Research your salary range. It's important to know the salary range of the position you're working in the company. You cannot put forth a figure that is absurdly high. There are various pay scales websites online that can give you the average pay in the market for your position. Rather than a single figure, it's better to quote an expected range as it helps you negotiate an acceptable figure easily. Number 2. Know your worth. So as not to be shunned away with the typical reason for budget, you need to understand your worth, which will be your leverage in the negotiation. You need to prepare a list of your accomplishments at work to show your value and justify your claim. This could be performance reviews, positive feedback from clients, management, or additional responsibilities you have taken on. Number 3. Consider alternative benefits you would accept. While your boss may be considerate, it's not out of expectation if your proposition does not go through. You should, therefore, consider other benefits that you could accept instead of money, such as paid time off, a more flexible schedule, or even stock options. Number 4. Prepare yourself using a mock negotiation. Negotiation with your boss may be awkward, so it helps to practice with a friend. Find someone to listen to you as you practice your pitch at least once before the actual negotiation. Number 5. Find the right time. When scheduling a meeting, find the best timing for the meeting. Asking for a raise when the company just carried out some layoffs or when your manager is not in the best condition is the worst choice you could make. When the company is doing well, when you've just been commended for a good performance, or when your boss is in a good mood, these are all good opportunities for you to raise the issue of pay raise. Number 6. Meeting with your boss. After preparing yourself and picking a good timing comes the actual discussion with your boss. During the negotiation, it's important to make note of the following. Be confident. Confidence is a fundamental key to success in a negotiation. While you're making your proposition, you will need to convince your boss that you deserve the raise. Being confident enables you to argue out your points, as it's inevitable that your employer will try to make a lower offer and haggle with you over the amount. Start on a positive note. When starting the conversation, kick it off on a positive note, stating how you enjoy your work and the responsibilities you handle. Don't be aggressive. While negotiating with your boss, be mindful of your tone. After all, he is your employer. Be diplomatic and assertive, not aggressive. Don't bring your personal affairs while negotiating. Don't bring your sob story trying to invoke sympathy. Stick to the actual value you bring to the company and the actual facts that you prove your worth. Be patient. Once you have stated your offer, your manager may need a few days to consider your proposal. Be patient, or you may have been given a figure or offer you did not expect. Therefore, if you need time to consider it, you should ask for some time, maybe a day or two, to brood it over. Be gracious. To avoid coming out as ungrateful or demanding, you need to be gracious. No matter the outcome, be understanding and thankful. After the negotiations, if it's successful, your responsibilities will increase and your boss would want to see you deliver. It is therefore up to you to show that the extra money the company is paying you is worth it. It's important to get a letter or written confirmation, such as an email to outline your responsibilities as well as the agreed amount of pay. You may also find that your boss respects you more. This is because of the confidence you demonstrated. Following what we have discussed, I am sure you would be able to avoid being underpaid. Whew, that's a lot. I made sure that I simplified it for you so that you can still remember it. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. This is Finance Boss. Adios.